So the iPhone 14 Pro is the new flagship device everyone is talking about. It's a revolution, Johnny. In this video, I will explain you why I will not be buying this iPhone and why you shouldn't buy it as well. First of all new iPhones for several years now are just boring. I mean, when Apple claims in its keynote that every new iPhone is the best iPhone ever made, technically they are not lying. But the best iPhone for you is the iPhone you already own. The price is not a problem, obviously it's expensive, but if you want to get a new iPhone, it's the price to pay, so you have no choice here. The true problem is the Lightning port, and please don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against Lightning. I use it since the iPhone 5 and it was a game-changing connector back in the day. I like this port and I have like 100 Lightning cables that I collected throughout the years of using Apple devices. Nowadays, almost all modern devices are USB Type-C compatible. Even Apple's iPad Pro and MacBooks are using USB Type-C for a couple of years now. USB Type-C is a new standard that is here for at least a decade. So if you are getting a flagship phone in 2022 with a Lightning cable, you are pretty sure to have problems in a couple of years when literally everyone will be using USB Type-C. As we have tendency to keep our smartphones longer than before, it will be a true problem in the future. Imagine in 2 years you will decide to sell it and it will lose a lot of its original value. You will lose just a lot of money with this device and you will be really disappointed. We are almost 100% sure that the new iPhone 15 will be shipped with a USB Type-C cable, so in my opinion it will be better to wait for the new generation of iPhones that will be released next year. If your iPhone is not broken and isn't too old, I don't see any reason to buy the iPhone 14 Pro series. Of course, it has some new features like Dynamic Island, better cameras, always on display, emergency SOS via satellite, suppression of physical SIM card in the US, crash detection, hope I will never try this feature, but if you are just a regular iPhone user and you don't need to have the latest features, just skip this iPhone. Sometimes Apple releases some great value products, but sometimes they are releasing products that will age not very good. This is the case with the iPhone 14 Pro. From the one hand, it has some cool new features and it's better than its predecessors, but on the other hand, it has the old school Lightning port, which is really awful. The iPhone 14 Pro is probably the very last iPhone with a Lightning cable, and since it's the last iPhone with a Lightning connector, it will lose a lot of value when the new generation of iPhones will come out. So what's the point of paying really a lot of money for the iPhone that will be already quite outdated next year? Imagine the situation in 2 to 3 years when you will be looking for a Lightning cable in your office and literally no one will be able to provide it to you as everyone will be using USB Type-C. That's quite an embarrassing situation, especially knowing that you paid a lot of money for your brand new iPhone 14 Pro. Another problem with Lightning is its speed, and I'm talking about data transfer. For example, if you are filming 4K videos, it will take ages to transfer 30 minutes video on your Mac using the Lightning cable. That's because Lightning is getting old. Why Apple is still keeping the Lightning cable on their most popular device? The reason is very simple. If you are buying any kind of accessories that uses Lightning, Apple gets a little commission. It's called MFA certification, made for iPhone, so it's just a question of profit. The biggest selling point of the iPhone 14 Pro is the Dynamic Island. Actually, it's a nice idea, and before Apple, no one was able to use the disadvantage of having a hole in the middle of the screen as the main selling argument. Not bad. In my opinion, it's just a toy. I mean, it can be useful in some very particular situation. Maybe on the first day of usage you will be excited, but then you will forget about it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this iPhone is bad. It's cool, but the coolest iPhone is the iPhone that you already own. For example, I already own the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is still quite a decent phone. I don't have any financial issues and I can afford any device I want, but I don't like wasting money, and I feel like with the iPhone 14 Pro it's a waste of money. It's better to wait until next year and get a true next generation device, hoping that Apple will finally introduce some new game-changing features. Guys, let me know in the comment section what do you think about the iPhone 14 Pro series. Are you getting one of them? If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my other videos as well. Thanks again for watching and see you next time on YouTube. Bye bye. And by the way, I'm not talking about the regular iPhone 14, it's a total shame. I don't even want to waste my time talking about it. Just please don't buy it. Thanks, bye.